Hey, 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 Maximizers! Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I have been creating content since 2018 when I started my very first YouTube channel. I was teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan so that they did not have to pay full price to get the things that they want, like, and need. I had been couponing for 10 years at that point. I've couponed my whole adult life. Like, I don't know how to pay full price for things. So I started doing that in 2018. In 2020, my couponing clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, there's a pandemic. Can you teach us how to start a YouTube channel? Can you teach us how to start a business? Can you teach us how to start a side hustle? Can you teach us how to make some extra money? Because we do not know if we are going to keep our jobs and we need a way to make additional money. You've helped us save money, but can you teach us how to make money?" And I was like, okay. And then my business coach at the time was like, "Hey, Crystal, you are one of our star students. Can you come and coach my people?" And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. And it wasn't my goal, it wasn't my focus, it wasn't my plan to be a business coach, but I just did it out of a need to support my clients and to help out my business coach at a time. And I did both for 3 years. So forward facing, I was your couponing girl. I had been on the news like over 20 times. I was teaching women how to budget, how to meal plan, how to coupon, all the things. And then behind the scenes, I was running business coaching programs. So my very first program that I started was called YouTube Channel on a Budget. And I walked, I think, like close to 14 women through the process of starting a YouTube channel for less than $100. Then I did Side Hustle on a Budget, where I taught women how to start a side hustle from home with like $0 and 0 cents. Then I had my Money Makers Academy, which was an ongoing membership where I helped women start and grow their side hustles. And then I had my Side Hustle Society. I was also doing one-on-one coaching. So I was doing both for 3 years. And then it kind of got to be too much. And I was like, I need to pick one. Like, my life was low key falling apart in 2023. And I just felt very overwhelmed with trying to speak to two separate audiences, because although I was getting business clients from my couponing audience, it was hard to like wrap my brain around being super specific between money savings coaching and money making coaching. And I wanted to be able to just be like in one lane. Because when you focus on one thing, you actually make more money versus trying to be everywhere doing everything. So I decided that I was going to be a business coach. I decided that nothing bad happens when women make more money. And I wanted to really focus on helping women make more money. And that's exactly what I did. But I didn't really have any sort of focus. I was kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks. The only good thing I did in 2023 was I started my YouTube channel. And I started my business YouTube channel called Build a Business with Chris. So if you're not subscribed, head on over to YouTube and subscribe to Build a Business with KRYS. And I closed down my couponing programs in 2024. And then I was depressed for all of 2024 because my life fell apart. And I was being an anything business coach for everybody. Like I said, I was throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it sticks, and it was not sticking. It was sliding down the wall. And I got so frustrated with myself. And I was like, okay, what do I do well? What is my secret sauce? What sets me apart from every other business coach? Because like there's a bazillion business coaches out there, and I had to set myself apart. Like, what makes me different? The answer to that question was content. I've posted over 2,000 YouTube videos across my two channels. I've gone live over 1,000 times, paid and free. From all of that content that I've created, I've been able to make over $400,000 in the past 7 years. And to me, that's a huge feat to be able to make in a very, very, very small business, with content being your main marketing platform and not running ads. Like, I haven't made any money from running ads. So I said, content is what is my secret sauce. And then my clients, I looked at my clients and I said, what have I helped my clients with the most? The answer to that question was also content. I've been helping my clients start YouTube channels and start Instagrams and start TikToks and really grow their audience through social media, and in turn get sales. So I said, I need to be a content coach. I need to really focus on helping business owners create content that converts into consistent sales. Once I made that pivot, once I started to come out of my depression at the end of 2024, I signed clients every single month for like 6 or 7 months in a row. And then in 2025, I'm like, I need to get even more specific. You see, I have been running away from like focusing on YouTube as my main social media platform to market. For me personally, YouTube is my main marketing platform. But when I was coaching my clients, I didn't want to like, oh, I teach clients how to use YouTube because I'm like, oh, I want to help clients with everything. But then I had to take my own advice. The riches are in the niches, and the platform that I built myself on is YouTube. The platform that I've been helping majority of my clients with is YouTube. So I won't say that I'm a complete expert, but I know a little bit about YouTube. I have 2 YouTube channels, and I've been doing YouTube for this year will be 8 years. So I think I know a little bit. I think I've gotten close to like 3 million views across both of my channels. And like I said, I've posted over 2,000 videos. So I think I know just a little bit about YouTube, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to narrow it down, and I'm going to be a content coach that helps business owners use YouTube to create consistent content that leads into consistent sales in their business. I started a brand new membership called the Content Cash Out Membership. We actually officially start today, actually at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I'm going to be hosting our first live masterclass in the membership. And I'm just very excited to help business owners, specifically women business owners, really create content that's going to lead to sales. We are in a great place in life where we don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for marketing. You can pay for marketing, but we're in a place where you don't have to. You can post on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Threads, Snapchat. There is just a million places that you can post for free to reach your ideal client. Back in the late 1900s, you had to pay for a commercial. You had to pay for a billboard. You had to pay to be in the white pages. You had to pay to do mailers and put those door hangers on people's doors. Like, you had to spend money and a lot of time on marketing. You don't necessarily have to do that right now. Yes, you have to spend time, but social media has given us a free opportunity to market our business. And I don't think we appreciate it enough because of the negative side of social media. But the positive side is you can get free marketing. I mean, companies have millions, multiple $1 million budgets for marketing. And as a small business, you can invest $0 and just put in your sweat equity. So social media made me Chris the Maximizer. My content has allowed me to build a multiple 6-figure business and have a ton of amazing opportunities. So I love it. I embrace it. And I try to figure out how I can show up on social media on my own terms without the overwhelm and without all of the negative side of it. The key to all of this is consistency. In order to build your audience so that you have someone to sell to, in order to make sales, you have to be consistent. Consistency looks like showing up every single week, not every single day. It looks like showing up every single week on your social media platforms, giving to your audience. So tonight, I want to talk about how you can be consistent on YouTube all 2026 long. Now, the thing is, the strategy and the tips that I'm going to give you can also work on any other platform. I don't care what platform you choose. There's people making millions of dollars on every single platform. Yes, there's a lot of saturation, but there's also a lot of opportunity for you to show up and make sales in your business if you are consistent. So we're going to talk about how to be consistent on YouTube in 2026. Whew. But first, let me know where you're watching from. What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And I want to know, what's your main social media platform? Hey, my day's going great. How are you? Christina said you are right. Yes, consistency is the key, right? And you can make money on any platform. The platform doesn't make you, you make the platform. There's people making money on every single platform. So let me know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And I want to know, what's your favorite social media platform for your business? If you could only pick one platform for your business, what would it be? So let me know down in the comments, where are you watching from and what is your platform? Commerce, Georgia. Okay. Do you have a business? I was talking a lot. My throat is like, girl, refresh. I am in Central Florida. I live in Lake County. And my main social media platform is YouTube. When I'm creating content, when I'm being focused, it's all about YouTube. If I can repurpose my content to another platform, I do. Like right now, I'm live on all of my platforms, but I built my platforms over time. The first 2 years of my business, it was just YouTube. Then I added on TikTok, and then I always had Instagram and Facebook, but I never really focused on them. So now I just have the big 4 platforms, but I have 2 YouTube channels. But my main priority is YouTube. Marceline, how are you? West Palm Beach. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? Hello. My throat was doing that on my last live. I mean, it was just it's so dry. And I like to yap. And I just talked for like 10 minutes straight. So yeah, YouTube, I sing for now. Oh, that's awesome. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So we're going to talk about tips to be consistent on YouTube. Okay. Tips to be consistent on YouTube, but on social media in general. This will work for any platform. Let me just say that. This should be how to be consistent on social media in 2026. Hey Chris, it's Nicole. Hey Nicole, how are you doing? How are you doing, girlfriend? It happens. I follow you now. Okay, cool. Hopefully, you're watching on my business YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS because I am live on both of mine. So hopefully, you're watching on Build a Business with Chris. Nicole, how are you doing, girlfriend? So we're talking about how to be consistent on social media. If you have any questions about anything, let me know down in the comments. I would love, love, love to help you. If you have any questions about starting your business, growing your business, using social media for your business, I'm here for you. The Busy Dreamer, I just hit 1K and I'm thrilled. I'm focused on my goals and encouraging others to keep going. That's awesome. So Busy Dreamer, what is your business or what do you do? That's awesome. And congrats on your 1K. And yeah, what's your business? What do you do? Let us know. So we're talking about how to be consistent. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is you have to decide what consistency looks like for you. You are going to hear a lot of noise on social media. You are going to hear people saying that you need to be posting every single day. You need to be posting 3 to 5 times every single day. If you are a business owner, meaning you have a product or a service for sale, like your main goal is to sell your product or service, posting 3 to 5 times per day is most likely not the best option for you. You want to be spending more of your time engaging with your paying customers and clients. You want to spend more of your time selling to your customers and clients. You want to spend time working on your product and service and working on the back end of your business. You do not want to be spending all of your time trying to post 3 to 5 times per day. We're not doing that. Okay. You have to decide what consistency looks like for you. And what I tell my clients is you have to pick a consistency cadence that you can keep up for the next year. Can you show up in this way for a year, right? So telling yourself that you're going to post 3 times a day for a year is absolutely insane when you have all these other business things to do. Not to mention if you are a wife, if you are a husband, if you are a mother, sister, cousin, you want to have a social life, you want to have time for yourself. Especially if you're a 1 or 2 person business, it's very hard to post 3 to 5 times per day. So I suggest you choose a level of consistency that works for you. And I'm going to give you some examples. If we're talking about YouTube only, I suggest a 1-3-1 schedule each week. 1 long form video that's going to be 8 to 10 minutes long. That's a long form video. 3 shorts per week, 3 1 to 2 minute shorts, and 1 live stream every week. That's going to give you 5 pieces of content, but it's not going to overwhelm you. And it also is going to allow you to batch that content out. Okay. Which we will talk about in a little bit. Okay. So 1 long form per week equals 4 long forms per month. 3 shorts per week equals 12 shorts per month. And if you are at the place where you're going live, 1 live per week equals 4 lives per month. And I teach my clients, and this is especially what I'm going to be teaching and we're going to be going deep into inside my content cash out membership, is when you plan this out, it's not going to take long. We are planning our content together. So on January 20th in my membership, we're going to sit down and we're going to plan our content for the entire month of February. So we're going to sit down on January 20th, and in about 60 to 75 minutes, everyone's going to come up with, these are my 12 videos. These are my 15 videos that I'm going to be doing for the month. We're going to choose the topics and we're going to outline them. So when they leave that workshop, they're going to be able to just pick their recording day and record their content. Okay. So you have to decide What level of consistency do you want to have? Now, if Instagram or TikTok is your main platform, you want to post 3 to 5 videos per week. Now, if right now you're barely posting once a week, your consistency needs to be 3 videos a week. If you're on YouTube right now and you're like, Crystal, I don't know if I have the capacity to do shorts, just do 1 long form per week for now, and we can always add on. But don't say, hey, I want to post 6 times a week on TikTok, and right now you're barely posting once per week. You're setting yourself up for failure. Do less is more. And once you get 2 or 3 months under your belt of posting at that cadence, if you want to increase it, then increase it. But I'm teaching my clients to plan, batch, and schedule their content for a month at a time. So, what does consistency look like for you? And then you have to decide, especially if YouTube is your platform, you have to decide that you want to do the work. YouTube is the hardest social media platform. I'm coming out with a goal planner this spring. It walks people through their goal to incorporate into their lives. And I have my women's fiction books, Clean and Wholesome. That's awesome, Busy Dreamer. That is amazing. Congrats to you on the launch for your goal planner. You have to decide that you want to do the work. YouTube is the hardest social media platform. Do you want to do everything that is required of YouTube? If not, that's okay. But don't set yourself up to say, hey, I'm going to do YouTube, but you're not ready to do the work. Don't do that to yourself. Don't set yourself up to post 7 times a week on Instagram, knowing daggone well you barely post twice a week now. You're setting yourself up for failure. So if you want to succeed this year, less is more. Pick a level of consistency that you can agree with. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. If this makes sense on TikTok and Instagram, just go ahead, tap the screen, especially on TikTok. It helps TikTok to push my live. If this makes sense to you, go ahead, tap the screen, give me a little bit of likes. Yes on the comments on YouTube and Facebook if this makes sense. So you're going to choose your level of consistency, and then you're going to decide that you want to do the work. You're going to decide that you're going to show up. You're going to decide that you're going to plan out your content, because it gets to be easy. My business coach, she used to say that all the time. And I used to be like cussing her out in my mind when she's like, it gets to be easy. And I'm like, it's easy for you because you're a millionaire. But what she's saying is, once you get your process underway, once you have a routine, once you have a strategy, it gets to be easy. I'm never stressing about content. Can I be honest with you? I decided, now this is something that I decided because of my energy in my life. I decided that I was going to post a short every single day in 2026. And I'm going to tell you why. Last year, I decided that I wanted to not leave more money on the table, and I wanted to post more on YouTube. YouTube is my main social media platform. I wanted my YouTube channel to get to my 1,000 subscribers. I reached that at the end of 2025. And now I'm working this year on monetization, meaning I need those 4,000 hours of watch time, right? And I said, how can I create more content on YouTube easy? And I was like, the answer to that was shorts. I had fought shorts for a long time because I'm a long form YouTube girly. I used to post 5 to 7 long form YouTube videos every single week. I was like, I'm not doing shorts. I'll do TikTok. I'm not doing shorts. But last year I was like, I need to do something. And I fell in love with day in the life content. Okay. Put a number 1 in the chat if you like day in the life content. If you like watching business owners, people, influencers, moms going through their life, I fell in love with it. Okay. And I said to myself, how can I showcase my life? Because like, I'm not sitting at this desk every single day. I'm not doing work every single day. I don't work on my business every day. I should, but I don't. Okay. There are whole days where I don't work on my business. There's whole days where I just side hustle. And then there's times where for 2 or 3 days in a row, I'm working 8 to 10 hours a day, balls to the wall, head in, and I'm not doing anything else. Like, it's a give and take. And I said, I want to show people what it's like to have a full-time business, but also have side hustles. I have 2 side hustles. I have one where I travel to the US with my sorority sister selling sorority and fraternity apparel. And then the other one is my gig work where I have Instacart, Shipped, and now Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex is at the top of the pack right now, if I'm being honest with y'all. Okay. I wanted to show people what my life looked like, but I also wanted to tell the story of me being a business owner and what that looks like. I started doing day in the life content last year, and last year I posted 180 shorts. That's like me posting half the year. And I was like, that's great. For December, I decided to do Vlogmas, and I posted a short every single day, and my channel blew up. Okay. I think I gained like 100 or something subscribers in the month of December alone. I'd only gained like 400 something subscribers for the whole year. Over 100 of them I got in December. Between the end of November and December, I got like well over 100 subscribers from my shorts. I did post a long form video every day too, but I loved the growth of my channel, the engagement of my channel from my shorts. And I'm going to tell you, I have time to post a short every single day. It takes me probably about 40 minutes to edit, voiceover, and schedule my short per day. Do I have 40 minutes every day? Yes. You want to know why? Because when I look at my screen time, I will scroll 2 to 3 hours a day on TikTok outside of the 45 minutes to an hour that I spend on live. So I told myself, and me and my sister had a come to Jesus moment with ourselves when I said, if I can spend 3 hours aimlessly scrolling on TikTok per day, I can find 40 minutes to post a short every single day. I don't care if I got to sit here and talk for 3 minutes, and talking for 3 minutes, not going to take me that long to edit that. Talk for 3 minutes, edit the video, and post it. Does this make sense? Yes or no? You're literally saying what my YouTube story has been. I love it. I'm so happy that you're here. Does that make sense? I talk about this when I talk about time management. Do a time audit. If you feel like you don't have the time to be consistent in your business, I want you to do a time audit. Where are you spending your time? Outside of your family, outside of your work, where are you spending your time and where is it aimless? Okay, a little bit of scrolling is okay. But when I have days where I hate to admit this, where it's more than 3 hours on social media, that's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my life. Not when my garage needs to be organized, my mail needs to be organized. I have 17 business projects can be working on. I launched a brand new membership, and there's tons of things I could be doing to prepare for that. Like I could be getting my February stuff together. I could be working on my masterclass slides for the next month. There's so many tasks that I have in my business that I could be doing, but I'm scrolling for 3 hours on TikTok. This is just me looking at my own self-reflection, right? I love a good Netflix show, but I can't sit in front of the TV every day, because if I sit and I watch 4 episodes a day, that's damn near 4 hours of my life in front of a TV when I had big business goals. I want to have another 6-figure year this year. How can I get a 6-figure year if I'm spending 4 hours watching Netflix, 3 hours on TikTok? I worked for 4 or 5 hours. I can find 40 minutes a day to post a short. This is just crystal on me, right? So I want you to look at there's some people who are very, very busy, and I understand that, but I know that I have time in my life that I'm not using intentionally. Now I'm gonna give myself a good hour and a half a day to scroll. That's appropriate. But the rest of that time, I need to be doing something productive. Like I said, my garage needs to be reorganized. I have 3 stacks of mail that I need to go through. I need to clean my guest room. There's so many things that I could be doing. And that stuff's not going to take me long. I'm just procrastinating on it because I don't want to do it. I'm saying all that to say, I decided that I was going to post a short every day because I had the time to do it. Right. But I didn't start off like this. I led up to this. I was posting 3 or 4 times a week. Then I did a post every single day for the month of December. And then I'm like, okay, I can keep doing this every day. It's something that I've added into my life schedule now, and it feels amazing. Okay. I want you to do that for yourself. If you feel like you don't have enough time, I want you to do a time audit to see how you're spending your time and ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my time? Maybe you want to spend more time with your husband. Maybe you want to spend more time with your wife. Maybe you want to spend more time with your kids. Maybe your parents or your grandparents are getting older and you want to spend more time with them. All of that is better time spent for me than scrolling aimlessly on social media for 3+ hours a day. That's not serving me. And I'm not saying like this is a good use of your time on social media. If you're watching me right now, you're taking notes, you're like, this is motivating me, I'm going to work on my business. This is not aimlessly scrolling. So I account for like when I'm watching a really good live, or I'm watching a masterclass or something online, someone's doing a free training. That's not aimlessly scrolling. I'm talking about just swiping. That's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time when I'm doing it for 3 hours and I have goals. And this is my new mantra. I'm never going to get what I want if I'm not doing the work. I can't get what I want if I'm distracting myself with meaningless tasks that are not moving me towards the goal. Every day, I need to be putting in an hour, 2 hours towards my big goals. If I want to have a 6-figure year and not just at 100,000, I want to go deep into that 100,000, I have to show up. I have to build my audience. I have to be consistent. And most importantly, I have to be selling every single day, getting people to my email list, signing business owners up for my content cash out membership. I'm not going to get what I want if I don't do the work. Consistency is going to get you what you want. Consistency built Chris the Maximizer. Without me showing up week after week, month after month, I would not have built a multiple six-figure business. It's not going to work like that, right? So, are you ready to do the work? I know that was a little bit of a tangent, but a good tangent. Are you ready to do the work? Okay. So, if you are ready to do the work and you're like, okay, I'm going to post on my YouTube channel, I'm going to do 4 long form videos per month, and I'm going to do 12 shorts per month. That's 16 videos total for the month. That's only you posting half a month. That's nothing, right? So, in order for you to be consistent, you have to do what I call PBS. Get your pencils out. PBS. If you want to be consistent on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, on LinkedIn, on whatever platform is your choice, you should plan your content for the month. Not a day, not a week, not 2 weeks, the month. You should plan your content for 30 days. If you want to be consistent. The reason why this works is if in the month of January, you are planning, batching, and preparing your content for February, you're always a month ahead. You can have a rough week. You can get sick for a week or even 2 because your content is already prepared for that month. And then you already have it in your mind. Oh, as soon as February hits, we're working on March content, right? You're always ahead. So even if you have a bad week or 2, you still have 2 weeks to get your content done for the next month. You're never behind. Plan, batch, and schedule your content for 30 days. I have a ton of videos like this on my YouTube channel that you can binge watch. And this is the core premise of my Content Cash Out membership, where I'm going to walk you through this full process every month on Zoom. You can talk to me, I can talk to you, and I can give you specific feedback, coaching, and support on creating your content schedule and strategy for your business specifically. Now, when it comes to YouTube, you are going to decide your long form content videos first. If you want to be consistent, this is how you do it. So remember YouTube, 4 long form videos that are going to be 10 minutes each. I want you to pick one topic for each video. If you want to know how to pick your video topics, I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. Frequently asked questions, information about your stories, questions that your competitors are getting, okay? What does your audience need to know before they work with you? Pick 4 core topics, okay? 4 core topics. Once you pick those core topics, they are going to create the rest of your content for the month. Have a great day. Yep, subscribe, and you can get on my email list as well. It's in the description box if you want to get on my email list, Busy Dreamer. Have a good rest of your night. Those 4 core topics are going to be how you create the rest of your content for the entire month. So you're going to come up with those 4 core topics, okay? And you're going to outline each one of them. So an outline is basically when you're going to put your talking points under each one. You're going to come up with 5 talking points. So if your topic is how to coupon at CVS, got to go back to my OG days. 5 tips for couponing at CVS, okay? If your topic is how to keep your hair moisturized in the summer, 5 key tips for keeping your hair moisturized in the summer, okay? If your topic is how to style yourself for work, 5 tips to style yourself for going into the office. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Type yes in the comments if this makes sense. Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense, okay? So I want you to pick your 4 core topics, and then I want you to write 5 talking points under each topic, okay? Now, your 4 videos are done. Now we're going to pick our 12 shorts. So stay with me. You have 4 core topics. They each have 5 talking points. That's 20 talking points, right? Now I want you to make your shorts from those 4. First things first, you have an 8 to 10 minute video on how to coupon at CVS. For your first short, I want you to make a video, how to coupon at CVS, a 2 to 3 minute version. So instead of talking about each talking point for like 2 minutes, like you're doing in the long form, you're going to talk about each talking point for 30 seconds, if that. Okay. Not even, probably like 15-ish seconds, right? Then I want you to take 2 talking points from how to coupon at CVS, download the CVS app, and create a breakdown. You're going to make one short, how to download the CVS app. Next short, how to make a breakdown for CVS. You've made 3 shorts from one topic. Does this make sense? Yes or no? I want you to do that for every topic. First short is the same exact as the long form video, just a 2 to 3 minute version. Then I want you to pick 2 of the talking points. Those are your next 2 shorts. You do that for all 4 videos, and now you have all 12 of your shorts. So you took 4 topics and you turned it into 16 videos. It's okay to be repeating yourself because your audience needs to hear the same thing 10 plus times in order for them to take action. Okay? So you're going to decide your long form topics, and from your long form topics, you're going to make your shorts. Once you do that, you're going to put the time on your calendar to record your content. Now, I tell my clients, choose 1, maybe 2 recording days. So one day you record your long form videos, one day you record all of your shorts. It should take you about an hour to do your long forms and maybe like an hour and 15 to do your shorts. Because 12 2-minute videos or 12 3-minute videos is only 36 minutes of footage. So add on an extra 30 minutes for you to change in between, like not change, but like to restart between each one. Put about, and if you want to do it in one day, put 2.5 hours on, do your long form first and then your shorts, or do your shorts first and then your long form, whatever works for you. But literally pick 1, if need be 2 days to record all of your content. This is going to keep you consistent because how annoying is it to have to record? I don't like to record multiple times per week. Once per week is enough for me to record. Okay. I don't want to have to record on Tuesday and Thursday. I don't want to have to record every single Tuesday. I'd rather record 1 to 2 times per month my content for the next month. Now in January, I'm going to be recording like 3 different times, but I'm going to be recording like my February content one day, my March content one day, and my April content one day, right? Because I'm going to be traveling and I need to get this content done, right? But on a regular month, like in December, I recorded my January content. Early next week, I'm going to record my February content. The week after that, I'll record my March content, right? So put the time on your calendar, block out the time, and record all of the content. Bring 1 or 2 different shirts. You can change your shirt up, change your hair a little bit, but you want to record all of your content together. This is going to keep you consistent because you're not going to have to be like, oh, I need to record this week. Oh, I haven't recorded. Let me scroll for inspiration. Scrolling for inspiration is BS. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, once you've recorded all of your content, the next key to being consistent is to edit in groups. So you have 4 long form videos. I would say try to edit them 2 at a time. So your first editing block, edit 2. Your second editing block, edit the other 2. And get them uploaded immediately to YouTube. And then you can schedule them out, right? With your shorts, I suggest if you're doing shorts, try to edit them 3 at a time. If you're doing TikTok or Instagram, edit them 3 at a time. So when you sit down to edit, you edit 3 and then you can schedule 3. You can schedule your content on every platform, even TikTok. There's like one thing on my glasses that will not come off. You have to download like the TikTok Studio app. But if you download that app, you can schedule your content there as well. You can schedule directly in YouTube. You can schedule directly in Facebook. You can schedule directly in Instagram. Once you edit and schedule your content, you don't have to worry about, did I post this week? You don't have to worry about that because your content is automatically going to post. Now, the only other thing that I would suggest that you do is at least once every other day, go in and respond to your comments. You want to consistently be in your comment section. If you have TikTok or Instagram, make sure you're in your DMs. If you're posting content and you're sharing it to your stories and you're getting story replies, respond to your story replies, okay? You should be engaging with your audience. But this is going to allow you to be consistent, and this is going to allow you to show up more energetically because you're not going to be bogged down because you've been trying to post 3 to 5 times per day on all the platforms. It's too much. Now, my pro tip is after 90 days, add in a live stream once per week. So pick your long form topic and make a live about it. Or you can pick one of your shorts topics and go live about it. I have some videos on my channel about going live. I'm actually going to be covering that inside the Content Cash Out membership as well. Going live and having a live strategy for your business. But you can add that on later. But you want to make sure that you're engaging with your audience because they are going to become your paying customers. And people need to want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And they'll trust you a little bit more if you respond to your comments, if you respond to them specifically, give them some feedback, help them in some sort of area. They will appreciate that forever. So these are my tips for being consistent on YouTube and on social media in general going into 2026. I would love to know what questions you have. If you don't have any questions, can you let me know in the comments, was this helpful, yes or no? Okay. I would love to invite you to join the Krista Maximizer family. Please make sure you go to my email list. Please make sure you go and join my email list. When you join my email list, you get notified every time I go live. You get notified when I post a brand new YouTube video. I'm posting about twice a week right now. You also will get notified the most up-to-date details on my Content Cash Out membership. I just sent out a video. I just sent out an email like 2 hours ago because tonight's the first official night of the membership. And I'm doing a masterclass tonight on using YouTube for your business. So I'm breaking down more tips for using YouTube for your business. It's on Zoom. So my clients will have the opportunity to ask me questions as well, which I'm very excited for. Okay. So do we have any questions? Questions? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know if this was helpful? Was this helpful? Yes or no? Happy to hear that it was helpful. Okay, so again, make sure y'all hop on my email list. You can go to KristaMaximizer.com and click on join the list to get the details. I do want to thank y'all so much for joining. It has been great. I should be live tomorrow as well. I'm not sure the exact time because Kinsley has a game tomorrow. So I'll be live tomorrow after her game. Yes, it was helpful. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, if you guys have any questions after this, feel free to slide in my DMs. Thank y'all so much for joining. And I will see you on the next live. I'll see some of you on my email list, and I'll see even more of you inside the Content Cash Out membership. So have a good night. Bye.